Are we ready? Are we here? Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Oh, I've got an echo, so you must be there.
You're echoing? It's about time.
I hadn't turned the sound off yet.
I'm still loading. I don't see nothing. All right. I think. Well, there we go. I see it. Sweet. All right. We're here. We're here. Oh, wait. I forgot to do this. Don't look. Mixcast, episode 22. All right. Here we go. This is professional. This is how it works, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly backwards.
Yeah, Mixcast episode 22. There we go. Ba 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 ba. All right, here we go. All right, Mixcast episode 22. Hello, hello. Isn't that the opening? That was non-copyrighted music. Don't sue Mixcast. All right. Hi, Mixcasters. I hope you are all well. If you've never been to Mixcast before, we talk about nonsense and we teach you things. That was the longest 10 seconds you've ever seen, Spacey, but it was actually 10 seconds. What if you're unwilling to learn? You can force the knowledge out of your head after we've taught it to you, but you're gonna learn first. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, then you just squeeze your head real hard, it'll pop right out.
Oh. Probably don't do that. Muffin, do you mind doing an at everyone in Discord saying Mixcast has started? That would be amazing. Thank you. I'm sure this is a copyright board and we need to talk about that song. Bad Frog, run! Run! Run!
Look at the size of me. Do you think I run?
Ba 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 ba! Mixcast episode 22! Alright, we're here. Okay. Welcome to Mixcast episode 22, everyone. We've got a whole bunch of things to talk about that I didn't choose at all. This is all Bad Frog because I was streaming all day today. So if you don't like the topics, blame him. We've got codes for you to...
I pick the topics every day!
Oh, so you can blame him for everything every day. Yeah, we've got a bunch of topics for you. We have codes to where you can win a $50 Xbox gift card, so stay tuned for that. Let's see. Topics for today are Atlas Steam Early Access. If you don't know what Atlas is, you're going to learn today. Nvidia AI now makes roads and faces. That sounds like a lot of gibberish, but I'll explain it. It actually looks pretty cool. And old movies. Every time we talk about old movies, either we have too much to say or Mixer doesn't let us. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about some old movies.
We're on round 3 of old movies, I think.
I know, this is the 3rd time we've done old movies on Mixcast. Round 1, it lasted way too long, so we decided to move it on to another one. And then last night we tried to do old movies, but Mixer was breaking bad. So, British Chairs did suggest topics. They will be on future Mixcast episodes. Just like anything else that you guys want to suggest, if you suggest it in the Discord, we will put it in our topic list.
British Chairs. Could you put that in the Mixcast channel?
That's the
Mixcast channel.
That's okay. British Chairs didn't know, and she was corrected this morning.
That's all right. I took a screenshot of it, and then I put it over the screenshot over into the...
Oh, there you go. We actually have a couple of things for that, Elijah. You can go to mixer.com/badfrog to follow Badfrog there, or if you enter the giveaway, it'll automatically follow Badfrog on Twitter and Mixer and all of that stuff. Yeah. All right, let's jump into some topics. Today's Mixcast. First topic, Atlas Steam Early Access. Who doesn't know what Atlas is? Who doesn't know what Atlas is? Every time I ask who knows what things are, I don't get the response that I wanted. I always want to know who doesn't know things. So, you don't know, Hoff? Really? Okay. Battle Wolfie doesn't know. I think Spacey doesn't know, but I can't really tell because he put up 2 fingers. So, he either doesn't know twice or he knows double the amount.
He may know more than we do.
Wow.
Which is That's happened before.
Twisted doesn't know anything, but that's okay. Rogue can't wait for Atlas. Spacey knows everything and and nothing at the same time. Kangas doesn't know.
Shots fired by the Hoff.
Hoff says, "Isn't that the game that's been delayed longer than it took you to get back? On Atlas? No, it was just announced. So that means we got on pretty fast, didn't we? It was about 10 seconds. Must be another one.
He might have been thinking about the game we talked about last night.
It was their first game that got delayed 14,000 times. He's thinking of Anthem? No, Anthem hasn't been delayed. I don't think so.
There's been some Twitters, but it's been days, Muffin.
Anthem was delayed?
No. Atlas.
I don't think Anthem's been delayed.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so. All right. Atlas. Actually, did we? Oh, well, I have the Steam link, so I can just play the trailer off of that.
That's a good trailer too.
The first one?
The first one is one I watched.
Holy 3-minute trailer. All right, here we go. So we're just gonna talk about it. We're not gonna listen to the audio. But yeah. So Atlas was announced. Is there like a graphics meter for this? There's not. Okay, well, I tried. Here we go. Atlas was announced at the Video Game Awards. It's basically Sea of Thieves. But it's made by the people who made Ark. So they took the Sea of Thieves. Ooh, this is a new trailer. I haven't even seen this one yet. But they took the concept of Sea of Thieves, improved on it, made it much, much larger. But are using all of their stuff from Ark, because over the years, after failing Ark like 400 times, now that Ark is finally able to be played, they decided to make a different game. So, yeah. So Atlas, what is it? Giant open world pirate game. There's a lot of going on land. There's islands, there's jungles, there's ruins, there's mythical beasts, there's horses, there's farming, there's cattle farming. Obviously, you'll find adventures out in the sea, such as finding ghost pirate ships. You'll find hydras. You'll find other bad guys, like other players out in the world who have made ships for themselves and armies for themselves and all this stuff. There's a lot of it. And yeah, so here you go. There's some mythical beasts. You still go treasure hunting just like in Ark and in and Sea of Thieves. And there's the Hydra for you. Yeah. So there's like raids and dungeons and a whole bunch of things for you guys to go and explore through this game. You want to jump in, Bad Frog?
Yeah, and they're claiming that there's going to be 40,000 people on the same globe simultaneously.
Yeah.
Which
the servers are massive.
They've got to be just huge, but it's not all water. There's a lot of land stuff, as you've seen in the trailer.
Yeah.
So it's just a huge open world. So it says it's got 45,000 square kilometers.
Yeah.
With thousands of discovery zones.
There was an example that they used compared to Ark on how much larger it is in comparison to Ark, but I can't remember what the amount was. I think they said like it's 40 times larger than Ark or something like that, and Ark is huge, which was actually the problem and why Ark didn't succeed so well, is because it was too big for something that they were capable of creating. So, yeah, there's ghost pirates, there's everything. Like if you can think of it in like an old like pirate game or like mythological in the sense of like this sort of time range, there's dragons, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, here you go. This is the like. Well, I'm sure that's not the map itself, but the curvature of what they were showing at the beginning was. Um. So yeah. Um. I back just got G Fuel. Use the code Big2X. Use the code Big2X40. If you use the code Big2X40 for G Fuel, you'll save 40% on G Fuel. That only lasts 2 more days, by the way. Sorry, not to plug myself, but someone said it in the chat. So, yeah. So Atlas is looking. It looks really good, but when you put stuff in a trailer, you're gonna put up the best stuff that you possibly have in a trailer, right? So we will see what it ends up looking like. Who knows?
And it was just released today, and it's $25 on Steam. It's normally 30, but they're selling it for a little off.
Oh, so early access starts now.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's our topic for right now. Atlas hasn't been out yet until I guess today. Early access starts now. Can go play the game. You saw some gameplay today. Nice. I'm sure there's a bunch of streamers playing it. I know the company sent out some codes to influencers and things along that line. I'm not an open world person. I may like touch the game, but you won't see me get super involved with it. I just get so lost in open world games that I never end up truly having fun. So I think that was the part of Sea of Thieves that I enjoyed, was that it wasn't open world enough to the point where I started having like issues with it. So I wonder if it'll rotate automatically. No. Okay. We played 2 trailers. That's all I really wanted to see out of it. Yeah.
But if you read the description on Steam, there's just you start from nothing and you basically build yourself up.
Yeah. Just like Ark. Ark, you literally wake up on a beach and you have to build your way and fight dinosaurs and all that stuff. So very similar concept.
I'm kind of curious to see if they can really get 40,000 people on one globe.
That would be crazy.
It's got to be a massive map to put that many people on in the first place. Otherwise, you're just going to be running all over each other. But the server size to control a map that big plus that many people, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, if you look at the Steam page, it says release date today for early access. If you buy the game until January 2nd, it's 17% off. So instead of paying $30, you're paying $25. So I mean, you know, jumping in because the game launched this quickly. System requirements: Windows 7, 8.1, or 10. You need 64-bit. You need at least an Intel i5 2400, which is fairly low, or an AMD FX 830 or 8320 or better. I don't know AMD, so I can't really compare that. 4 gigs of RAM. So if you don't have 4 gigs of RAM, I think you're probably in the Stone Age. Graphics card, you need an Nvidia GTX 770, 2 gigs, which is actually fairly decent. It's low end, but some people still don't have 770s or higher. So, or an AMD Radeon HD 7870, 2 gigs or better. But this is the killer. This right here, storage. About the SSD? How much storage you need? 100 gigabytes on your computer to run this game. That's a lot.
And the better part of that is on a different place where they have the system requirements. Highly recommended to have an SSD.
Oh, so, yeah. You're gonna be writing a lot of data, especially if there's a lot of people on these servers. 100 gigs is insane. So let me read some of this data on it as well. MMO to the grandest scale. physically sail real-time across vast oceans with proprietary server network technology. Explorers will voyage over 700 unique land masses across 45,000 square kilometers. Um, with
Nice.
thousands of oh my god thousands of discovery zones and 10 district world regions, each having their own unique resources, creatures, secrets, and environment hazards. This is a separate PvE atlas for players who don't want to play PvP. Oh, there is. Sorry, not this is. So, there is PvE or PvP servers, which was the downfall for Sea of Thieves. A lot of people dropped off of Sea of Thieves because no one wanted to do PvP, even though you rarely saw people in Sea of Thieves. When you did see people, they would more than likely attack you, which was really unfortunate because playing with community is a lot more fun than playing against community in open world civilization based games where you have to build your stuff from scratch. You don't want to get destroyed. So
Yeah, and the second paragraph to this is why you don't really want to be destroyed. It says build dry docks and start with a dinghy robot, basic raft, tiny sloop, rowboat or a schooner. And then you got to move on from there by yourself. But it's so detailed. It says which sails you want, planks and gun ports. Every single piece has a physical weight and material, and you have to pick all of that stuff yourself.
Yeah.
So it's really detailed, and like I'd hate to build me a nice ship and have it burned to the ground by
there's a lot of stuff. Like the description for this game is pages long. So, but yeah, there's a lot of info on this. It has potential to do great. If you're worried about it, maybe wait for free weekend. Steam does free weekends a lot. They probably won't do it until they get some patches out there first. But, yeah. My internet can't even run Microsoft Paint. You might want to look into your internet settings, because that's worrisome right there. What's up, SRB? The time you put into it, you wouldn't want it destroyed? Exactly. Yeah. Don't have that much space. I only have 40 gigs left. I currently have, after clearing some space this morning to be able to download my Oculus Rift, I have 12 gigs left. So
I've barely touched my 200 or my 2 terabyte other drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm buying for myself for Christmas, is a 2 terabyte SSD. So
oh, you don't want a Western Digital platter drive?
No.
Just checking.
Yeah. So I don't know if my video card could even run that. I have a 950M, which is meh, but I do have an i7.
Processor won't matter.
What is 950M? Like, is that Nvidia? What is that?
It's got to be an AMD.
Hey, Big, can I be in Mixcast after Christmas? I mean, you can be in the chat every day. We do this Monday through Friday. Right now we're not doing any, like, other voice guests or anything. Oh, GTX 950? Oh, you should be fine, because the minimum is a 770. You should be fine. Oh, it stands for mobile? Wait,
Are you on a laptop?
I don't understand. Yeah, are you on a laptop? Oh, hey. I don't know how a mobile pertains to like against a 770. You might struggle. You can do comparison charts though. You can do comparison on screen with a face cam. No. It has the same performance. It run on my Game Boy. No. It can run Arc fine. Then you might not have problems.
It should be all right.
That's what I'm saying. You might want to wait for a free weekend. Free weekend might be the judge of it. Just gotta pay attention to it. Get their updates and stuff. All right. Yeah. So let's see. What does this PC Gamer article say? Okay, so
Oh,
update
that
one.
was just that was just the basics.
Gotcha.
That was the
Yes.
one I found first that led me to the Steam thing. So there's nothing really in there that you haven't already covered.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's $5 off until January 2nd. It's live today. Um, let's see.
They basically talk about some of the delays they had this month, and that's pretty much all that's in there. It doesn't have anything about the game, which is why I looked for the Steam link.
Actually, this
But
is pretty cool. So it went live today. And the game was the most watched game on Twitch, which is actually pretty amazing. Um,
wow, I didn't even see that.
yeah, Fortnite averaged today 147,000 people watching on Twitch. Atlas had 220,000 viewers on Twitch. That's actually really really good. Really good. So they're doing their marketing right. That's I mean, good for them. Good for them. I know it was live yesterday for streamers, but it wasn't available for public yet. So the graphics are gorgeous if your computer can run it. So, but yeah, so that's Atlas.
I think my 1060 will handle it.
It's a 1060M.
Stop it. I've
All
got
right.
6 gigabytes. I got 6 gigabytes of memory on my card, so give me a break.
Let's see. Okay. Second topic. First of all, Slimsy, thank you for the host. Let's see. Second topic: Nvidia AI roads and faces. There's a lot of gibberish there. A lot of people have no idea what I'm even talking about for that. Well, Nvidia.
I had to send him a very long whisper explaining that and why I couldn't make it any longer.
That's true. Nvidia makes graphics cards. For those who don't know, they make arguably the best graphics cards in the world. I mean, I use Nvidia products. Major companies use Nvidia products. All that stuff. So yeah, this is actually really really neat.
This the one with the car has got a really nice. It's less than 2 minute trailer where they're talking about the.
Is that the video that's underneath? Because I can play that.
The right near the top.
Yeah, kind of near the top. Underneath graphics are created.
Graphics are created.
The text right above the video. Or are you talking about the D preview website? Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Next Web.
Yeah, the one research at Nvidia, First Interactive AI.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Let me play this. How long is this video? 1 minute 33. All right.
Yeah.
So let me do this. I'm going to just play the audio. So if you guys want to give it a listen real quick, audio listeners, there's a video that's about to be played. We will have the link for you in Discord if you're interested in watching it. But here we go. Video time. All right.
I'm trying to think if this even has audio.
The frames that you see is not rendered by the graphics engine.
I can't hear it.
It's actually rendered by AI technology that we built.
This is the first time we combine machine learning and computer graphics to do image generation using deep networks.
For training data, we're given some driving sequences of different cities, and then we use another segmentation network to extract the high-level semantics from these sequences. We have the UE4 engine to generate these colorized high-level layouts. Different objects were given different colors.
The network converts this representation to images.
I made my co-author to dance Gangnam Style which I don't think he would do by himself.
We find some good dancing videos from another person and then use my model to synthesize the dance move. That was created by machines. It's not me.
So if you notice that last part, this is what they're talking about.
And then
So they found a person. So if you look at the person on the left, they found a person who danced to the video where the graphics card was able to read everything that was happening on the stream or on the video. Then what they did was they took that information, made their own video right next to it, and implemented graphics from their manager, whoever they said it was, and they just put the texture on the body, and the graphics did everything themselves. The only thing that they had to implement was the video on the left and the imagery for their manager, and it did all the work on its own and created graphics that look real. Because if you look at this guy dancing on the right, it looks like a real person, but that is not a real person on the right. That
it's all
person,
AI.
Yeah, that is AI generating that guy dancing right here. That is not a real person dancing. Pretty neat. But yeah,
and the first part of that, if you look at this is a good representation. The one on the left is reality, and the one on the right is what was created.
Yeah. So, trying to get this pop-up to go away. Oh my god, what is happening? I got it.
Oh.
I don't need to do anything. All right, here we go. Yeah. So the picture on the left is a picture that's taken in real life, and then the picture on the right is what the graphics card has created a 3D render of it. So it took all the information from the photo, created 3D models and textures and all of that, and implemented it into a game engine on its own. It's not like it took a picture and then made another picture. That's not what that is. It actually, imagine if you were if they took that picture and then you were able to play that picture inside of a video game. That's what they did.
And they basically, it may come down to that, where it will, imagine something like Forza, where they could just drive by and film a bunch of roads and then just let the AI recreate those, and you drive on that. It'd be real world conditions, which would be really cool.
Yeah. Forza is a great example of that, actually. The more you think about it, if you're running into issues such as figuring out creating models of something instead of let's say you have a really intricate piece of technology, or an engine of a car where there's tiny little pieces that are going everywhere. Instead of having to model everything, you take a picture of it and it generates that model for you without you having to do anything. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, pretty neat that they can do things along that line. And they can even generate, so that what we were just talking about there, generating models of cars and streets and things along that line. They took it a step further too, to generate faces. So yeah, let's chat about
there's
that.
a long video in here that we're not going to watch on stream. It's 6 minutes long. Yeah. I would encourage you to go look in the link in Mixcast and watch it.
I'm gonna play it while we talk about it.
Okay. There's no sound to it anyway. So.
Oh, there's no sound to it anyway?
No.
Oh, perfect. All right. So yeah, go ahead and chat about it.
There are no real faces in this whole video. Every bit of it is AI generated. Does it have sound? I didn't think it had sound.
I have no idea. I haven't looked at the video yet. Yeah. So let's see.
They can. It's a little over my head, to be honest with you, because I've read the article 5 or 6 times and I'm still not quite understanding it. But this is all done with the AI system, all these changes they're making, and these are not real pictures.
Yeah.
It's something that the AI has created.
So this is actually really cool. So, for example, what it's doing is if you look at the guy in the top left, they are taking this guy right here where my mouse is and taking a picture of this guy and then combining them to make a person. This person in the bottom left of this 4 row is not real. It combined these 2 images to make this person. Same thing with the girl right next to this guy. They combined this guy and the second girl at the top and made this girl right here. And then so on and so forth. Combined this guy and this child and made an image of a person. And it's generating all these faces by combining all of these faces together. I mean, like, that is super, super cool. It's actually pretty amazing that we have technology that is capable of doing stuff like this.
And what this could eventually lead to is some really real life graphics in games for sure, but you may see complete AI generated commercials, TV shows. It basically boiled down to they had voice actors with these just created models that, if you look at it back with the previous video, where they could just throw a skin on top of something else and you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Isn't that old technology like the FBI used to see what a child would look like as a teen or adult? Not quite. What that did is it would take certain points of measurement on a face, and then they had there was a mathematical function that they
this
would take
part right
from
here
there to move out from the bones.
Yeah, that part right there is kind of similar to what Gloomy is talking about. Because what that was doing is it's literally taking the distance of the eyes and the position of the nose and the width of the mouth and things along that line. Things that don't actually change on a human. If you didn't know that, your eyes stay in the same exact spot your entire life. They don't move. Your nose very rarely changes. Your ears stay in the exact same position and do not change size your entire life. There's a whole bunch of things that you can say, this is what this person's gonna look like in like 20 years. All of this progression in the face is what happens, but these features don't change. So if you see someone with these features, it's probably them.
And also part of what the FBI used to use is they required an artist, basically, who did calculations and then made assumptions. And that's how they did it. This is all AI done. They have adjustments like they're showing you, but this is not somebody fiddling with the picture. It's all done by this program, or AI, if you want to call it, all by itself.
It's pretty amazing.
This is pretty cool right here. As they change. I mean, how cool is that?
It's pretty insane.
Yep, she turned into a dyed. I don't know what a dyed is, but she turned into one.
It is pretty insane.
What did you do?
But yeah. Let's see, my eyes move all the time. I'm doing it right now. Funny Hoff. But like the extent to what this technology can do. So like when I was working for the military, I actually got to use a really cool piece of technology. the piece of technology that I was capable of using was able to scan an entire football stadium full of people. It would scan an entire football stadium full of people and find the targeted person within 1 minute, 60 seconds. So like 40,000 people or however many are in a football stadium. It was able to scan the entire stadium just by taking pictures. It would do 360 pictures and find a single person. And they even did testing with it. If the person were to disguise themselves from a white male to a black female, like they did everything, like changed the hair, covered the ears with their hair, wore a dress, put on makeup, all this stuff. But what it does is it scans for the positions of these portions of your body and finds the person based off of that. And it was successful 100% of the time. So the purpose of stuff like this is actually pretty interesting, because if you think about it, if let's say a high valued person, the president, a famous or an important political figure from another country, or whatever it might be, is visiting a high trafficked area, and you have concerns of bomb threats or an assassination attempt or anything like that, placing a camera down that's capable of finding someone in 60 seconds is extremely important. But what if that person, you know who this person is, but they disguise themselves, and they disguise themselves really well? That's the importance of things like this. And technology like what we were just showing you is pretty amazing.
Rogue said, so is this still using algorithms? We talking Skynet? It's somewhere. It's honestly somewhere in between. You have a computer that's. It has to be programmed, really, but it's making assumptions more or less by itself. It's not following a set.
You got to remember that.
Algorithm, if you want to put it.
Yeah, you got to remember that computers are 100% based off of input. So a computer is not capable of making a judgment call, but it is going to use all of these algorithms to determine a factor. And that factor gets limited the more processes it makes. So as it continues to develop information and say, 1,000 images, once I put this algorithm in, it determines now there's only 25 remaining. Well, let me implement this algorithm or this factor, the person can't be light-skinned, cuts out that, and that chops out another 10 people or something, and it will continue to do this until it breaks down into a limited factor, a factor of 1 to 5, for example. A factor of 1 to 5 is amazing when you're looking for a single person in a stadium full of people, 40,000 people, right? And such fast speeds, under 60 seconds. If you can send out your SWAT team to 5 locations in under 60 seconds, that might be all you need, It's incredible what this technology is capable of doing, and I guarantee you, the military has been working with Nvidia for things like this for a while now. Because that sort of technology is unbelievably useful.
Well, honestly, a lot of the stuff that's consumer level now was defense contractors trying to find a way to make more money off of it as a consumer product.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like super glue and whatever else they used on the shuttle first. So
yeah, finding or let's see, a lot of companies will actually develop a lot of funding from military benefit. So let's say
Uh-oh.
No, that's me.
No, this is me. Don't
No,
do
it's
that
me.
to me.
I'm chopping off the top of your picture because I can see a giant black bar.
What?
If that's what you're talking about.
No, I was talking about the fact that my TV went down into shutdown mode for some reason.
Oh, no. I was chopping off the top portion of your picture because there was a giant black bar. Yeah, the tiny blue square I can't get rid of. That's actually my profile image in our Discord call. Oh, that's in every single episode, Muffin, if it's bugging you now. Go back and watch every single episode. It's there. Don't you worry. Don't tell me that. I can chop it off, but I have to chop off some of Bad Frog.
Like, nothing would care if you did that. See what I said? Chop him off. I think we should make the blue spot bigger. It's just going to follow me around.
I don't see it chopping you off. What happens if I go to here? I think it's chopping off the wrong side of you.
Why are you pushing me off the side of the screen, man?
I was chopping off the wrong side of you.
Ah, now it's gone.
Yeah, so now if you... There you go. It's gone.
Do you feel better now, Muffin?
Muffin feels better now. But we can still see him. I want it back. I need the blue square. I apologize
I don't like you right now, Muffin.
For all audio listeners to this have no idea what we're talking about. I'm sorry. But yeah,
this is where Mixcast goes off the rails.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys found that really cool or informative in any way possible, but I love advancement of technology. And knowing the possible outcomes that can go towards, as well as the possible outcomes that I have yet to learn, that like, for me, that's so beyond interesting that I can't even put it to words. I just want to know more of what's going to come out of that. And yeah.
Now, if you want to read the articles, Halo Collector had put them into the Mixcast. I had already had one, and it's been on the list for about a week and a half, but we just hadn't got to it.
Yeah.
But the other one was something new that I hadn't seen. But both these links are in the Mixcast if you want to watch them. They're really interesting to read the paper that goes with them. Like me, it may go over your head a little bit, but it is really interesting to read.
Yeah.
So
you just never know what that stuff is going to turn into, which is really cool. Plus, like, the advancement of what it can do for video gaming, you know, like, creating new characters is so much easier just by interlapping two different faces, right? You need a look of a character, mix a couple photos together. There you go. Done. And potentially creating a model for you immediately. Jax says, "Bye, Big. Gotta go, man. Thanks for the stream today. Sorry, I'm going early. Gotta get up early. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Jax, have a great night.
See you, Jax. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Ari Bell, hi. Kangas says, it's awesome. I just think if a child gets abducted, they could find them a lot easier, especially if they know who the potential threat is, the person who abducted the child, or if the child has gone missing for several years. Think about it this way. Child goes missing. You have a picture of the child. You have a picture of the mom. You have the picture of the dad. Determining an age growth on the child with all three pictures. Imagine that, you know?
With what this technology looks like, it's going to be 100%.
Yeah.
Period. You'll just have to adjust hair color and length, but the face is going to be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
It's really cool to know. Official Lucid SD. Is that official Lucid sound in the stream?
Rogue says, so are they going to sell the technology for use in video game companies? Probably down the road, but I suspect it's really pricey right now.
It's probably really pricey, but you can only imagine. I mean, especially like if a video game developer wants to use a project like that, and if they're one of the first, I guarantee you Nvidia would go through and say, hey, you know, We'll give you a discount if you do some videos saying this is what we made out of this and look what you can get. You know, could be done.
I could see that, but they've got to have millions and millions of dollars tied up in this research.
Oh, sure, but
oh my goodness,
I can almost guarantee you, government is paying for a lot of it.
oh yeah, I'm sure they are. It's really interesting stuff to see that how far technology has come in my lifetime. Because I've gone from people didn't own a PC to people don't not have a PC.
Yeah,
it's amazing to me, and I'm shocked that I can even keep up half the time.
yeah.
So it's no, I am not a pro wrestler, Ruby. I am a pro couch sitter. So
That sounds about right. But yeah, lots of potential uses out of it, and I guess we'll see. I'll be back in 5.
It was Halo Collective that put this stuff in here. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I'm kind of brain dead right now, so.
I'll be back in 5 years. I'll put my picture in Discord and look for me in 5 years. The government and Richard Branson are paying for it. Oh God, you're using names I don't know. Who's Richard Branson?
Oh no, we're not going to get into conspiracy theories, are
we? Who is it?
Like birds are really drones.
Who's Richard Branson? Richard Branson.
Wait a minute, is Miss JG in here today?
She probably is.
I thought I saw her name go by.
He's an investor, philanthropist.
Oh, the owner of Virgin Airlines.
Oh, that's who it is. I like that guy. He does a lot of he invests in a lot of great companies. I don't know if he has anything like personal in his life that he has issues with, but Fry Guy just welcomed me to my own channel. That's weird. But yeah, he invests in a lot of good companies. I remember seeing a lot of stuff like that. There's a controversy of him doing tax evasion. Doing some offshore trusts. That's what happens when you're a billionaire. But yeah.
You got to find a way to keep your money and not have the government take all of it.
So. But yeah. Who cares if he's weird? But yeah. Virgin Airlines was a great airline. I missed that company, man. If you ever got on any of their planes, it was like the best flight you ever had. Like such nice flights. I wish they never got bought out by. I think it was they got bought out by American. No, I don't think it was American. Alaskan?
American Delta.
Delta?
Alaskan is under somebody else.
Maybe it was Delta.
Can you ask what?
You can. This is a talk show podcast. You're more than welcome to ask whatever you want. If you have a new topic to bring to the table, we can add it to our list. But if it's relevant to what we're talking about, you're more than happy to ask.
Absolutely. We want to involve you guys and have Big do less talking.
That's true.
That's completely beside the point.
What are y'all talking about? Oh my God! Right. We're talking about Nvidia AI roads and faces. You flew for Alaska, British Chair? Like you were a pilot? All right.
I'm waiting for the answer. Oh my goodness.
What? Flying for?
If she flew for British or flew for Alaska.
Wow, she didn't fly for British Airlines.
Oh, okay. Flight attendant. I was reading British when I thought that, so my brain went left. Okay, because I was fixing to think you were another Jade Fox who just knew everything and would make me look foolish all the time. Now you just know most things and will make me look foolish all the time.
Siri says Alaskan bought them. Got it. Called it.
I know, but Alaskan is bought by somebody else. I'm pretty damn sure.
British Chair lines. What's up, AZN? British
Oh, God.
chair lines. All right. Last topic of the day. While Bad Frog Googles up if Alaskan is owned by someone else. Old movies. Old movies. We talked about old movies last time. We got really sucked into the topic of old horror movies. Let's not talk about old horror movies. Let's
Nope, I was wrong. They
They're not
bought
owned by
Virgin,
anyone?
and that's it.
Emoji Movie is not an old movie. That came out like this year. Old Christmas movies? We can talk about old movies, but let's stay away from horror because we already touched all of those.
Yeah, we Christmas Story is a good one. I've seen it enough times, but the only thing I can remember is him trying to shoot his eye out with the BB gun. I mean, honestly.
What about Leg Lamp? There you go, Muffin. Leg Lamp. I literally said Leg Lamp in Chef's stream last night, and he said, "What is a leg lamp?" And I was like, "You've disappointed me."
Oh, there's the ultimate Christmas movie, Hoff.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Actually, you know what the funny part is? Who was it? Was it the director of Die Hard?
Now he's got to Google. I'm not the only one who has to Google.
Forget who it was. I think it was the director of Die Hard. Was at a convention recently. Or maybe it was Bruce Willis. I don't remember. It was either Bruce Willis or the director, which is John McTiernan, was at a convention recently, and he literally said at the convention, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
I don't care what he says. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
He literally said it at the convention, and everyone freaked out.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Liar.
It happens during Christmas. There's snow. There's trees. There's ornaments. It's a Christmas movie.
Oh, I think it's a Christmas movie too, but I just thought it was funny. Wouldn't Gremlins be a Christmas movie then too? Doesn't Gremlins take place during Christmas? Wasn't a Gremlin a Christmas movie? Or Gremlin was a Christmas present?
Yep. Muffin says Home Alone. Yep, that one is too.
Home Alone is definitely a Christmas movie. Mogwai? Was that his name? Gremlins is totally a Christmas movie? That movie scarred me for life. I don't think I can watch Gremlins to this day. I don't think I can watch them to this day. It scarred me for life.
I love the Gremlin in the Blender. That was great.
I was forced to watch that movie when I was a child, and I was afraid, like the whole time. I was forced to watch it, and it gave me nightmares and stuff. And I haven't watched it since I was a child, and I just have bad memories of Gremlins. Just terrified the whole time. Yeah, me too, Muffin. I had nightmares that they lived under my bed, and I used to make my mom carry out of my room. Well, I saw it during the Furby craze. That was the worst part, because Furbies are scary enough as it is. Have you seen those things? Man, kids these days don't know about Furbies. She bought me a Gremlin Furby. I didn't even know that they made Gremlin Furbies.
Oh my goodness. Those are kids' toys?
You don't know what Furbies are?
No, I had to Google it.
That was a kid's toy, and they talked and walked and blinked their eyes.
And they're $50.
I don't know what they cost back then, but
no, right now.
They like ran on like 8 AA batteries. That's all I remember. There was like a ton of them in there.
Oh my god, there's one for $500. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, hold on. That's like collector's value edition, because I'm pretty sure that company went under.
I'm just looking at eBay and Amazon.
Oh yeah. What does she whisper? If you're sending me a Furby, I want nothing to do with this Furby. Oh my god, it has like 3 eyes. Gizmo.
Now I know what to
Oh my
get
God.
big for Christmas for his
No.
birthday next year.
Mm-mm.
A Furby with a Western Digital hard drive.
Mm-mm. There was some programming nerd actually took a Furby and put a Raspberry Pi in it. If you don't know what Raspberry Pi, it's a computer. It's like a little computer chip, and you can program them. Put a Raspberry Pi inside the Furby and had it become an developing AI, so it would actually learn, which is terrible. You don't want a Furby to learn. It's already scary enough. You don't want a developing AI inside of a Furby.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Oh,
that
there
is.
we go.
There you go, Rogue. There's your
Oh.
Furby. That's literally what it would do, and it was motion activated. I'm pretty sure it was motion activated. You could like wave in front of it and it would do stuff. Oh my God.
Okay. What happened? We were talking about movies and now we're on to Furbies.
We were on
How
Gremlins.
How did that happen?
Gremlins was a Christmas movie. This is a good topic. You taught your Furby to
your childhood nightmares, Muffin?
You taught your Furby to curse? Nice. Nice.
I would have been tempted to do the same thing. Oh, that's just a weird movie, Muffin.
Leprechaun?
Oh my God.
That's a weird movie.
They went too far with the one in the series was Leprechaun in the Hood, or I can't remember, but it was bad. Even in a
Well, like now we're starting to get back towards horror because now I want to talk about Chucky, but or like Jeepers Creepers or something. Man, those movies, I like. Man, ugh.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's what I was trying to think of yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not talking about horror because that's how we got stuck on old movies last time. Halloween Town? I don't think I know Halloween Town.
Wait, you've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I don't know if I have either, Bad Frog, to be honest.
It's a cult classic.
There's
people that know every line and go to theaters when they have special showings of it, and they have popcorn and they all dress up and they bring rice and all kinds of stuff goes on during the movie. It was a really cheesy movie with
Rocky
Susan
Horror
Sarandon
Picture Show.
And
I've never seen this movie.
oh, it's not a good movie. It's really not, but it's the whole thing that goes on around it is what's funny.
I mean, the screenshots look really interesting.
Yeah, they do trash the theater, Muffin. You are completely right. It
literally says in the cult classic of Rocky Horror Picture Show. Man, I feel like it. Oh wait, hold on. What? It's in theaters near me right now. What?
It's been that way for 40 years. You haven't ever heard that? Let's do the time warp again.
No.
Oh my God. Yep, Susan Sarandon.
I didn't know
Yeah,
about this.
Meatloaf is in it. I can't remember who the guy was, but he walks around in panties and stockings. It's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, the screenshots look interesting. Let's see. What are other like really good cult classics that are the movies that everyone has to see? Trying to think. Like, I mean, yeah, Christmas Story. Yeah, you have like Frosty and all that stuff. But I'm trying to think of like
Thank you, Ryan. Tim Curry.
Non-holiday. It doesn't have to be holiday. Ooh, Princess Bride. Princess Bride. You have to see Princess Bride if you've never seen Princess Bride. The Dollop Show? I don't know that one either. What about Godfather? Do you have to see Godfather? I feel like you don't have to see Godfather 2 and 3, but I feel like you have to see 1.
1 is a must. 2 is and 3 is a definite no. You don't need to see 3.
What about Rocky? Do you have to see Rocky?
Rocky 1, yes.
Well, you don't
And
have to see Rocky 72, where he's dying on crutches and stuff, but
and maybe Rocky 2, but after that, it's just silly.
not all 500. You have to watch all 76 Rockies.
Yeah, Rocky 105, brought back from the grave.
Deer Hunter? I don't know that movie. Disaster Artist, whatever that movie is about. What is Disaster Artist? I don't know these movies. I'm trying to think of what else.
Valley Girl. Oh, and you got the old classic with Burt Reynolds and
Dirty Dancing. Actually, I think Cassie is the first person I ever watched that movie with, which would have been within the last 2 years. I think. I watched that with Cassie.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Stand by
any
Me.
way but loose.
Any Which Way But Loose. I don't know that one. I've seen Grease. Monty Python. Monty Python is a must, but I will admit that I have not seen that anytime within the last 10 years, and I need to see it again. I do need to see that again, but I have seen it. Quest for the Holy Grail, yeah, Monty Python. The Mask with Jim Carrey. That's a great movie. It's not really a classic yet, but great movie.
The Wizard of Oz Muffin has up there the original.
Absolutely. What other ones are there?
Well, there's been others, but I just was asking.
No. There's no others. Back to the Future, yes. Maybe Back to the Future 2? I don't know if I'd go past that.
Yeah, they got really silly. The Grinch with Jim Carrey, I actually like.
The original Willy Wonka. Yes.
Absolutely.
I've never seen Titanic. I didn't want to die in a movie theater because the movie was so long and I starved to death. But yeah, we just said Godfather 1. You don't have to see any of the other Godfathers.
Actually, the only part of Titanic you need to see is the part where it goes down and they're floating in the water. That's pretty much the whole story.
Wow, spoilers.
Yes, the Titanic sank, in case you were wondering.
You only need to see the second half of Titanic. Yeah, but that means I have to fast forward for like 40 minutes or more to just get to the second half of the movie.
Yeah, those seemed obvious, the Star Wars and Star Trek, except that...
Get to see Star Wars 4. That's it.
The first three kind of ruined me on Star Wars, and the thing that Disney did to it definitely
ruined me. Which first three? 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3?
No, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4,
when you
5,
say
and 6
first three, it sounds like you're saying the first three to come out.
Nope. I keep them in their order.
Because
4, 5, and 6 were good. 1, 2, and 3 were not good, and
Lucas had to just
after 6 was horrid.
Yeah, Lucas just had to come out with a movie and say, "Oh, we're gonna start with number 4 just to confuse everyone." That's basically what happened.
Oh, that's a good one.
Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Breakfast Club.
I've seen that a lot of times. You ever seen Breakfast Club?
I have seen Breakfast Club. But on par with that, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I put those movies together. Those movies are together for me. Like, I think I watched them like almost back to back. So I almost like consider them brother and sister movie. They're fantastic. I love that set of movies.
That's Brat Pack Rogue. Brat Pack.
What? All the Rat Pack movies? I don't know if I've seen any of them, to be honest.
No, that's part of them. No, it's Brat. I'm not going to move on that. It's that group that was in Breakfast Club. They were in like 4 or 5 different movies together, and they got called the Brat Pack with a B.
Goonies.
Oh man,
and Sandlot. Goonies.
Oh, Sandlot.
Sandlot. You have to watch there's so many movies.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many
Some of these
movies.
I haven't seen for a while.
Hitchcock. I mean, yeah, but that movie's not even close to a classic. That was probably the only good Will Smith movie he's been in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
Um,
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know that one then. I know who Alfred Hitchcock is, but I don't know the movie. Oh, look at this. Rogue and Bearded, the birds at the same time.
Oh, that ruined me. I saw that as a kid. Oh my goodness.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
And I saw that in school, actually. And it ruined me for a couple of years whenever there was a big flock of birds around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all I could think about was them things coming after me.
Yeah, it is horror, but it's definitely a must-see. A must-see. Terminator? I'd probably say Terminator 1. It's probably not old enough to be a classic yet, but it's still really good. The Exorcist? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. We talked about that last time. Paul Mall Cop is not even close to a classic, nor is it a movie you have to see.
Kind of agree with Buffett on Footloose, too.
Footloose? It's a good movie. I mean, it's a musical. Like, you get what you pay for, but...
Well, it's like Grease. It's a musical.
Yeah. Well, Grease you just have to see no matter what. Footloose, I wouldn't say you have to, but it is one of the better musicals.
Smokey and Bandit, only the first one. The rest were whatever they did. I don't know. But...
Pig, I don't think you know what a classic is. Maze Runner came out like 5 years ago. Smokey and the Bandit. Oh man, we got.
I don't know about Pretty Woman, but that does bring to mind An Officer and a Gentleman.
Wait,
which
what?
Was British Chair said Pretty Woman.
Oh.
I'm kind of on the fence on that, but it does bring to mind because in An Officer and a Gentleman, which was pretty good.
I mean, Pretty Woman is great. Man, I don't know if it's a classic must watch though. Like, does Pretty Woman compare to The Goonies? I don't know. It's great. It's a great movie. Is it a highly recommended movie? Absolutely. Is it a classic cult must watch? I don't know. What are you considering classic? I mean, start naming stuff.
E.T.
Well, we'll tell you.
Absolutely. The beginning of the...
And they made multiple, didn't they? E.T., you only have to watch one. I think they made multiple. You don't have to watch anymore.
I don't know. Well, it was a good movie and destroyed Atari, so that's...
We talked about that one time.
Yep.
Oh, I got a cat here. You have to come out here for me to pick you up, though.
Yep, that is back to horror, but Friday the 13th, Halloween 1.
Ugh.
But it's back in the horror genre. But yeah, those are pretty much must-sees.
Friday the 13th, the first one, yep. And I mean, you would go with like, oh my god.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
What is Freddy Krueger's movie?
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan? I wouldn't really call that a classic, though.
Is it a classic yet?
Forrest Gump is, absolutely. That one's amazing. I wouldn't say Saving Private Ryan is a classic yet.
It's a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It is a must-see. It is a must-see. Got me in the feels. Forrest Gump. That one reminds me of a whole bunch of other movies that, like, war movies or, like, even Tom Hanks. Have you guys seen Terminal? It's not I don't know if I'd call it a classic, but Terminal is amazing. It's an amazing movie. I actually just forced my roommate and Cassie to watch it recently. The Shining! We talked about this last time for horror movies, though. Any of the Ocean's movies? Ocean's 11? Like, maybe, like, the first one? No, there's no oops. That is a classic cult must watch, but it is a horror. And, yeah, we like, captured all of the horror must watch.
You got a Apocalypse Now, which was the Vietnam era kind of stuff, but that's in my book that's a must see. Apocalypse Now is
I don't know if I know that one. Donnie Darko, can you call it's a must see 100%. It's literally my favorite movie. But is it a classic? I don't even when did Donnie Darko come out? I know it just had its I think 15 or 20 year anniversary. 15-year anniversary. I had it 2 years ago.
wow. Full Metal Jacket is 30 years old now.
Full Metal Jacket, that's a must watch. It's messed up, but it's
definitely messed up.
That's a messed up movie, but
yeah, Indiana Jones, the first one.
Is that
maybe
a classic?
The second one.
When did that come out?
Oh my god, it had to have been
Indiana.
Had to have been in the 80s.
Jones.
The only problem I have with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Rogue, is I read the book first. And the movie was just so horrible after reading the book that it's a good movie, but if I'd have never read the book, I'd have been fine.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is 1981. It's getting there. I don't know if I'd call it a classic yet, but man, that's a good movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Space Odyssey. What is it? What was the number of the first one?
What's up, Miss JG? Jacob's
what
Ladder? I've never actually seen that one.
Oh, my wife informs me it was 2010, A Space Odyssey.
Whoa, hold on, Miss JG. Don't go around saying things like that because, I wasn't born in 81, but you're making me feel old. You can't go around just straight up saying 1981 was almost 40 years ago. That's dangerous words right there.
Yeah, Valley Girl has a list of musicals. Phantom of the Opera is definitely on that list.
You're talking classics. I'm thinking that 70s is classic, and I don't know if 81.
I think once you get into the 80s, you got to be getting close to classic.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Raiders of the Lost Ark enters that genre yet. 80s is classic. It's 2018. It's almost 19. What are we? Can you believe it's almost 2019?
And I don't know that
10 days away.
Raiders of the Last Ark even falls in that must-see thing. It's a good movie.
What? The original Indiana Jones doesn't fall into must-see?
I just don't know. Maybe because I've seen it too many times.
Oh, probably, but that's a must-see.
That's not a must-see, but that's a funny movie, Rogue. Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck? Goonies is 85? Oh, never mind. Raiders of the Last Ark counts. I thought Goonies was 70s, man. I thought Goonies was 70s.
Well, you can go back to the late 70s.
People born after...
Late 60s, early 70s, and you got Barbarella.
Panic. People born after 9/11 are legal now. I remember that moment happening, and I was like, oh no. It was like that's bad. There's people in the United States who were born after 9/11 that are old enough to have an adult brain and might not even know that 9/11 happened. Oh my god.
Okay, I felt the same way about
Mad Max? Is
the first one? Yes.
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen the first Mad Max?
Mm-mm. I had no interest in the new one. I didn't even know there was an original.
No, the original is
Waterworld?
Yes.
It's so bad. It's so bad it's good.
Okay, if you're going to go that way, yes.
It's so bad it's good. Waterworld is amazing.
Okay, if you're going that route, I'll agree with you. But if you're going to tell me that's a good movie, we're going to have
so
a
bad
problem.
It's good. Oh
I
my
gotta go
god.
because I've missed a bunch.
I love Waterworld. Ooh, Looney Tunes, not a movie to start, but Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yep.
Amazing movie. And Groundhog Day from Spacey. Oh, you said Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit? I missed that. But yes, Rogue, yes. And then Groundhog Day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I never saw Manhattan Project, but it's not even close to a classic yet. Watchmen. That's actually my number one superhero movie. I love Watchmen. Not even close to a classic yet. When did that come out?
Pickle Rick's got Field of Dreams. When did that come out? Because it may not be a classic, but it's definitely a must-see.
2009 is Watchmen. So yeah, not even close. But it was filmed as if it was 1985. Man, that's a great movie. Twister, the original Twister movie. Then they made the Universal Studios ride out of it, which I loved when I was a kid, with the cow flying around and stuff. Oh my god. Angels in the Outfield? What about Indian in the Cupboard? I loved that movie. Indian in the Cupboard? I loved that movie. When I was a kid, that was the best movie ever. Small Soldiers. Oh my god, these movies. The original Jumanji. Yes.
The original.
That ride is gone now, Spacey. Twister is gone. They replaced it with something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, man.
Never Ending Story. That was a good one.
Man.
There's not enough time to get all these movies in for me anymore.
Well, they got rid of the Jaws ride. Well, Jaws 1 is a classic. You have to watch Jaws 1. They got rid of Jaws just recently. The Warriors. I don't know the Warriors. Little Rascals? Hell yeah. What is the Warriors? Watch it.
Oh, is that the one that's Warriors come out to play? Yep.
I don't know that one.
Yep.
Is Shrek a classic? No.
No.
The original Godzilla, like super black and white, where you can see like all of the strings holding things up.
Let's see, Outsiders, was that Pony Boy? Outsiders?
Shrek is a legend.
That was another one that was ruined having read the book first.
Pretty in Pink.
Stay Golden, Pony Boy.
Stay Golden, Pony Boy.
The movie wasn't very good.
We said Breakfast Club. I said Breakfast Club along with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Those two are like brother-sister movies for me.
Oh, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Ooh, 16 Candles. Toy Story number 1? When did that come out? Toy Story. 1995. Not
like
classic.
Mad Max Thunderdome, but I don't think it's a classic must-see.
Was that the first Mad Max?
No, that was the second or third.
Oh my god, I thought they only had... I was previously under the knowledge that the new one was the first one. So... Dazed and Confused. Dude, I am not a Mad Max fan. The game, terrible. The new movie, terrible. I'm not into Mad Max.
Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill. I didn't know anybody had ever seen that but me. It was a pretty small film as far as
Harold and Maude. I don't know what that one is. What is that movie? I knew you knew the new one was a remake? I think I might have heard that, but I don't think I knew about Mad Max until the new movie came out. I don't know what Harold and Maude is. Napoleon Dynamite.
Harry Potter does not have enough time to be
Napoleon Dynamite is a cult classic. There's no way that movie is old enough yet, but that is one of the best movies of all time. 2004. It's not even close to a classic, but that movie is amazing. That movie sucks.
Sandlot.
Wow. The Napoleon Dynamite does not suck.
Yeah, it sucks.
Tina, eat your food. Vote for Pedro. I'm gonna get a shirt and send it to Muffin. Vote for Pedro. Homeward Bound. Ooh, is that really? When did Homeward Bound come out?
And I agree with you, Twisted, on Cheech and Chong, but I don't think that's going to be the
93. I didn't
sort
think
of
it
movie
was.
that everybody's going to want.
I didn't think Homeward Bound was old enough yet, but Homeward Bound is fantastic. Tom Hanks in what movie? Spacey. What? Homeward Bound can go away? I know, it's sad. I know. It's sad. Why is everyone saying Big? Oh, the movie, Big.
Yeah, we did Gremlins Valley Girl, but it devolved into Furries or Furies or Furbies or something. I don't want to go down that road again.
The worst movie title, because everyone just calls me Big. How old is that movie? 1988? No way. No way.
Wow.
Oh my god. Tom Hanks has been acting for too long.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Mean Girls is not a cult classic. That movie was what, 2000? 2004. Not a cult classic. Ace Ventura, not a cult classic, but amazing.
That has to be
must
90s.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, but it's not our list.
1994 for Ace Ventura? That is so much older than I thought.
Oh, Night of the Comic is stupid like Waterworld, but it's so good because it's stupid.
Liar, liar. 1997. I knew that was old, but I didn't know how old.
Oh no, not Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. A super underrated actor. I love Tim Allen.
Oh, Good Burger was good. I don't know if it's a classic must-see, but it was a good movie.
Good Burger? Hell yeah. Money Pit? What is Money Pit?
It's with Hanks and the gal from...
Did you see Rogue's Top Gun? Top Gun is a good classic. When did that come out?
I am going to have to agree on
86?
Panic Ride on this one. Hackers was in 94, but I'm gonna let the stretch the rules of classic to that one. But yes,
94.
It's brilliant.
I was born. It's not a classic.
if you look at the technology of today compared to what they were talking about as the hot stuff then, it's just funny, but it's a damn good movie.
Ooh. American Pie. American Pie is 1999. It's not old enough.
We've had our argument about Tomb Raider already too. Oh, the Blues Brothers. Absolutely. The first one.
Valley Girl. I did not say how old I was. So you don't know that you're older than me. I was just saying that I was already born by the time... I was already born by that time.
Some dry white toast.
If you let American Pie in, you need to let Harry Potter in? No way. 1999? Oh yeah, probably.
Oh, that was a good one. Stand By Me. That was a good one.
But neither of those are. I wasn't considering... Wow, this is like the one movie it's not telling me original release date.
Yeah, The Mask is a good Jim Carrey one. Decided it's not old enough. Oh, the original Ghostbusters. I could go with that.
2001.
I don't...
Naked Gun? I think the first book for Harry Potter came out in 99. Movie came out November 14th, 2001.
I don't know that Austin Powers are old enough yet.
Stand By Me. How have we not said that yet?
That's what my wife just said.
Ooh, Airplane?
Oh, the original. Oh, yes.
Oh, Stand By Me said it? Oh, Kanga said it. Okay. Airplane is 1980? Oh my god, that's an amazing movie.
Roger. Yeah.
You've Got Mail from Tom Hanks? I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Did we say Fight Club? When
Is it old enough to be a classic?
I mean, that is a cult classic, but...
It is a...
1999. It's not old enough.
First Jaws.
Yeah, we already been
We
there.
said Jaws.
Yeah. That's right. We're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
15 years is not a classic.
That's funny, Twisted.
15 years.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
The first Power Rangers movie? Because TV show, absolutely.
I don't know that I'm in that area either.
Mighty
Grumpy
Morphin
Old Ben
Power
was good.
Rangers. The first time Power Rangers was ever mentioned was 1993. No
Blade
way.
Runner. Blade Runner. Yeah, the original.
If 15 years defines classics, some of you guys have kids that are old enough to be classics. And then 15 years is not classic. God.
Blade Runner 1982. So that's definitely in there.
Shut your face, Vic. My kid is a classic.
Oh, another one, good one from Twisted. The original Tron.
Tron? When did the original Tron movie come out?
That was in the 80s, I know for sure.
1982. Wedding Singer? Oh my god. Wedding Singer.
Oh, Blazing Saddles, a movie that would never be able to be made today.
98 for Wedding Singers. Not old enough.
Blazing Saddles and History of the World Part 1.
I am looking up Adam Sandler's movie list. Billy Madison is 95. Before that, he had some stuff. I don't recognize some of these movies, though.
Hey, Muffin.
Coneheads! But that was 93.
Was Coneheads really that late?
The one that...
my good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I loved Coneheads. That's a great movie.
How old is Beetlejuice? I don't know if that's on the... It's a good movie, but I don't know if it's a cult classic. Animal House definitely is a cult classic.
Beetlejuice is 88. 88.
It falls in there.
Bill and Ted, that's like 90-something, isn't it? Or no, it might be...
No, the first one was in the 80s, I think. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
89. Excellent Adventure.
Ooh, Alien. Absolutely. Kind of back in the horror realm again, but absolutely.
Karate Kid. Oh my god. And all of these Bruce Lee movies and Jackie Chan movies. Oh my god. Movies used to be so good, people. They used to be so good. It's hard to find good movies nowadays.
Well, you're seeing the same recycled stuff. We talked about this the other day.
We did. Actually, we were talking about it with games, not movies.
With
but
games.
Today
it's the
is
same
just
recycled
remakes.
Stuff.
It is.
They want to keep making...
CCV, thank you for the follow.
Is Vacation the first one old enough?
Land Before Time. Parent Trap. Mousetrap.
Oh, and you may not have seen this one, but it's an old one. The Jerk.
Oh my god, I love The Jerk.
Caddyshack. Valley Girl.
Mousetrap is only 97.
Coming out.
The Jerk.
Yep. I was born a poor black child.
79 was The Jerk? No way.
Yeah.
Steve Martin has been acting for too long.
Oh, Revenge of the Nerds, if it's old enough. It should have been in the 80s. That's definitely a cult classic.
Steve Martin is old. Oh my god. What movies have you been in? Muppet Movie 79. The Jerk 79. Three Amigos 86. Roxanne 87.
Yep. The wife has pointed out Stripes.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Army training.
Yep.
There's too many good movies.
That is actually is on my list of cult classics. Valley Girl, the movie, just because it's so over the top. Valley Girl. I mean, that was it's way over the top.
Clueless?
I don't know if that's old enough. Or The
Clueless
Crow.
was 95. 95.
Yep, we got Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's another one of the Brat Packs. Saying Almost Fire.
Oh my god. Harry and the Hendersons. I don't know that one. All Dogs Go to Heaven? When did that come out?
Harry and the Hendersons was about a Bigfoot that came
89.
home.
89. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yep, we had Grease, Valley Girl. Yep, that was in the beginning.
Someone said Annie before. Cat's Eye, I don't know that one. Gone with the Wind, I think we said that before. Was based in Seattle? Really, Panic? Oh, I don't know that one.
Deliverance. That's what I was trying to think of early.
We said E.T. Definitely said E.T.
You got pretty lips.
Harry Met Sally, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Brave Little Toaster, Dirty Dancing. We said that one.
Yeah, we talked about The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly last night with the westerns.
The Labyrinth. When did that come out?
Roadhouse.
86.
When was Roadhouse? I gotta
Taxi
know.
Driver.
Oh.
76. The Sound of Music. Christine?
Christine was a good one.
What is Christine?
And that's 80s. That's
I don't know if I know Christine. It came out in 83, though.
yeah, it's
Oh,
the car
Stephen
comes
King
alive.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Roadhouse is 89. It barely makes it into the classic era.
The Mario Brothers. Oh my god, that movie is terrible, but it's so good.
Is that the one that falls in the water world topic?
It is
area?
Waterworld.
Oh, I don't think I've seen The Wizard with Fred Savage.
Spartacus cannot be that old.
Oh, Adventures in
Oh,
Babysitting.
I'm thinking of something else. Original Spartacus is 1960. I'm thinking a different movie.
Adventures in Babysitting. I liked that one.
Where the Red Fern Grows. I've known of that movie, and I don't think I've ever seen it.
Beaches. That was a.
Nintendo Power Glove movie? Oh my god.
Oh my God. Killer Kramer versus Kramer. Oh my god. Practical Magic.
Fern
Wow.
Gully? I don't know that one. 101 Dalmatians?
Good night, Space Thrower.
I feel like 96 cannot be the original.
Ooh, Blue Lagoon. When we
Was
saw
one-
Bob's.
96 was the original 101 Dalmatians? Really? Weird.
Yeah,
Old Yeller. Old Yeller. When did Old Yeller come out?
Oh, that had to have been in the early 70s.
57!
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Well, and if it showed off the Nintendo Power Glove, it definitely fall into the classic range.
$6.25 million from Old Yeller.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Oh my god.
Chitty chitty bang bang. Chitty chitty bang bang. We you.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
Flubber.
Escape from Alcatraz.
When did Flubber come out?
97.
97.
I don't know who's going to agree with you, but I'm going to agree with Daddy Chair on turkeys. There's a scene in there that kills me every time, and it's not suitable for a teen-rated stream.
Mrs. Doubtfire was 93. Popeye was 80.
That was so stupid. It wasn't even stupid enough to fall in the Waterworld category.
Popeye?
I did not.
You were telling me you didn't like Popeye.
No, I did not like Popeye at all.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
Ooh, Dead Poets Society. 89.
Ooh, where does Revenge of the Nerds fall?
Good Morning Vietnam. That's a fantastic movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking through Robin Williams right now. Bad News Bears. When did that come out, though?
The original was in 70s. Ooh, Revenge of the Nerds, 84.
He played Hook in 91. Cadillac Man in 90.
Oh, no, they're not, Muffin.
All the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid movies were good?
They're
No.
horrible.
Later on, they started getting bad. Children of the Corn, we said that one earlier. That's a good one, too.
I don't
Ooh,
know.
007?
Yeah, we had just mentioned that one.
My,
Cujo?
my Google history search list is amazing right now.
Oh, is it? Oh. Ooh, the original Carrie.
Goldfinger was 64. You Only Live Twice was 67.
Yeah, up until when you get up in the 80s, they're all pretty good. It went downhill fast.
Diamonds Are Forever was 71. Live and Let Die was 73. Golden Gun was 74. The Spy Who Loved Me was 77. There's so many good ones.
Rogue has Highlander. If I could ignore Highlander 2, I like all of them. But that thing they did with Highlander 2, ugh. Ooh, Phantasm. I just couldn't stand what they did with the second one, Miss JG. We watched the series with the other guy, and I love those, but that second one just Ooh, Major League. When did that come out?
Major League?
Oh my goodness, that is.
I don't know that movie. It came out in 89.
That's a great one.
Highlander. When did Highlander come out?
Yeah, the Adrian Paul Highlanders were good
86.
too. Oh, Major League.
Pulp
Weird
Fiction?
Science.
How did we forget Pulp Fiction?
Did it come out early enough?
94. What about
It's a
other?
good movie, still not in the classic era yet.
What about John Travolta? What movies? Movie list. John Travolta movie list. Grease.
Check his TV list. It'll be Welcome Back, Cotter's where he started.
Wait, Travolta played in all these?
He's been in a bunch of movies.
He played in Carrie. Carrie 76.
I don't
Saturday
remember that.
Night Fever 77.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, when was Speed? I don't know if that one. Sandra Bullock in 1994. Not old enough.
Urban Cowboy, yeah, that was on the list. I hadn't seen that one though, so I don't know that one.
Oh, the first Conan the Barbarian. That was when
Red Dawn?
when he couldn't really speak English real well.
Red Dawn was 84.
Yep. The original Red Dawn. I don't know what they did with that remake.
Red Dawn was the first PG-13 movie? Was it really?
I think Gone in 60 Seconds was in the 90s.
Well, was it just prior? Like, was it just PG and then R?
Yep. That's how the ratings were at the time, and then they came out with PG-13, which just confused everybody.
Little Shop of Horror?
I don't think that's old enough, but it's so good.
Johnny Depp movie list. I don't know what is on his movie list. Johnny Depp.
Yep, Home Alone, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We've got those.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I did Apocalypse Now.
Platoon.
House we've
I feel
done.
like Platoon's a famous movie, but I haven't seen that one myself.
I don't know if Jurassic Park is old enough.
Edward Scissorhands, but that was 90. That's an amazing movie though. Tim Burton movies. Ooh. I want to see that filmography. Tim Burton movies. Tim Burton filmography. Scarface? How did we forget that? Pee-wee's Big Adventure!
No,
Beetlejuice.
not Pee-wee.
I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh my god. Jurassic Park's 93. Does not fall into the classics. Yeah, Pickle Rick. My wife said Stripes. I had forgotten completely about that.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Batman, and then after that, everything is in the 90s.
Yeah, we
Close
had to
Encounters
Enter
of
the
the Third
Dragon
Kind.
with that.
Is Dumb and Dumber old enough? There's no
think so.
way. There's no way. Plus,
Close
I think
Encounters of the Third Kind has been mentioned twice. That was in the. Did we really miss Caddyshack?
we missed Caddyshack.
Oh,
Dumb and
my
Dumber is
goodness.
94.
There's something wrong with us. We missed
Three
Caddyshack.
Stooges? How? Edward Scissorhands is 90. Oh, you said Caddyshack? Okay. Mysterious Island. We did
Yeah, we
Christmas
had the
Story.
Yep, that was it. That was in there.
I don't know Mysterious Island.
He's gonna shoot his eye out with the BB.
Man, we've named so many good movies, I feel like I've wasted my entire life watching only movies and nothing else.
Yeah, we did Weird Science. There was, and just look at the range of all these good movies. As far as
Oh, they go across.
they're across all
Tons of
spectrums,
years.
and they're not remakes
Ooh, National Lampoon.
of a previous thing. Now, a bunch of these have had remakes made of them. But
National Lampoon was 83. Ooh, what was the Eddie Murphy movie where he travels as a prince to the
Coming
United
to
States?
America.
Coming to America. What movie? What year did that come out? Coming to America.
Ooh, Trading Places.
88.
I loved Trading Places.
Freaky Friday. There's no way. There's no way. 2003. Get out of here with Freaky Friday. Wait, there's an original to Freaky Friday? No way.
Trading Places, 1983. I didn't think it was that old.
Freaky Friday original. 76? 76? No way. I didn't even know this existed.
Now, Valley, I need you to get with Miss JG and Muffin and compile a list of all the movies that were mentioned tonight. And you got a week and you can bring it to us.
What? For what?
Just because I want one.
Why did they have to get the list?
Because they're the ones that keep suggesting movies.
We said Princess Bride. What is Little Princess?
Interestingly enough, Valley Girl, she said, I'm down if we have a movie night week. This is movie night number 3.
That was 95, Muffin. 95.
It was. This is movie night number 3, and we still.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, Flashdance.
I mean,
What?
Rogue whispered me a movie from the 70s. Has something to do with Debbie and
Oh yeah,
going to Dallas or something.
I've got a better one for you.
Trying to think. Man, we named a lot of movies.
Oops, that went to the wrong person. Whoever's big meat axe. So sorry.
What? I don't know that movie.
That's like late 60s, early 70s.
Oh my God, I don't know that movie.
Oh, MASH, the movie. That's definitely a classic.
This is the movie, he said. I don't know that movie. Logan's Run? What is that?
That's a classic, Rogue.
You have the one that I just whispered, Rogue, Orion? Logan's Run was 76. In the year 2274. I thought you were a few years younger, like Big's years younger. Who? Muffin?
What is Muffin? Barely in her 20s? Oh, not Crush Groove. That was
No.
not good.
Muffin only has a couple of years on me.
Bad Frog is a what, Miss JG?
Debbie
sounds
has a
very
stream
nice.
now. That's on a different website.
Yeah, we had Adventures of Babysitting. What's supposed to mean, Muffin?
Yeah. What's supposed to mean?
Yeah, tell me. What's that supposed to mean?
There's no way that I'm much older than, or that I'm that much older than Muffin. We're getting to dangerous parts now.
Whisper fail.
Whisper fail.
Whisper fail.
Police Academy? Oh my
how did we miss
God.
that?
Oh my God.
How did we possibly miss Police Academy? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Where's
Sir?
the release date on this? Oh, 84.
Super Troopers is too new, I
Super
think.
Troopers? I don't know. The original? I thought they released the new one on like its 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary or something. 2001. Oh, so no, they didn't. What a great movie, though.
That was...
Original Superman. That's got to be old as hell, too.
Well, that's going to be with whoever it is that fell off a horse and broke his back. Christopher Reeve. Cherry 2000. Is that the one where he lost his...
78. That's actually not as old as I thought it was going to be.
He lost his doll and had to go searching for another one?
Parenthood, it was on the list, but I don't recognize that movie right off the bat.
Yeah, we had Ghostbusters.
Harry Potter is not
is
old
not
enough.
old
2001. 2001.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. How old is that?
Actually, did you guys know Do you guys know the story of Donnie Darko? Donnie Darko and the release date for Donnie Darko? Donnie Darko was actually supposed to come out what was it? Or no. There was something about it because it came out before 9/11, but because the movie involved a plane crash in the movie, they had to do something, like they had to remove it from the theaters. Donnie Darko 9/11. There's a whole thing about it.
The Last Starfighter. That was, yeah, we had Real Genius. No, we didn't. We had Weird Science. Real Genius was brilliant. Crocodile Dundee. It's not going to fall on my list, but it was a good movie. It's just UHF. That was with Weird Al Yankovic, wasn't it? That would fall in the cult area for sure.
Oh yeah. So after 9/11 with Donnie Darko, it was removed immediately from all theaters for any theaters who still had it, because it did come out like 8 months prior. But it was immediately moved from all theaters, and any production with Donnie Darko had to immediately get taken away, because it was like too coincidental for 9/11. It was actually really interesting. I was reading an article a few months ago about it. But yeah, just it just reminded me. Oh god, almost threw my controller. Because what reminded me of it? I was just looking at something. Oh, Harry Potter came out in 2011 or 2001 as well, and I don't know, it just triggered that in my brain. 9/11 had happened then, so yeah, suggestive topic. Yep.
I'm not buying Max Headroom. I don't even care when it came out.
I don't even know what movie that is. What is that?
Well, it started as a goofy TV thing.
What is this movie?
Oh, it's bad.
85. Max Headroom, 20 Minutes into the Future is the name of the movie. What? Flight of the Navigator, The Lost Boys. Oh, I know Lost Boys. Tootsie?
Robin Williams. Lost Boys, 87, definitely.
82.
Oh, Time Bandits. Oh my goodness.
Any Robin Williams movie. Not quite, but...
No. No, that's just not true.
I don't know any of these movies now. Splash, Rescuers, Dragon Slayer. I don't know these.
Yeah, we've already done Goonies. Yeah, done Back to the Future.
Where are you reading?
I'm listening to my wife.
Oh. I was
Yelling
like,
at me.
No one is saying this in the chat.
Oh, the Poseidon Adventures. That's
A
the
Fish
one where
Called Wanda.
where the boat turned upside down and they had to go all the way up, which would have been down. Yeah, that was good. I like that one.
Get Smart.
I think that movie is new.
No, they did a reboot with Steve Carell, but the original.
Short circuit.
Oh yeah.
Someone said that before, but we didn't mention it. Original. Oh wait, was Get Smart?
Yep.
Did
we
they
did that one.
originally have a movie? There's a show series for it. I could have swore that they did an original movie.
Hunt for Red October.
I can only find the original series. I can't find the original movie. Hunt for Red October?
1990.
Yep.
1 year too late.
Million Ways to Die. In the West.
Oh, that's definitely in the 2000s.
Million Ways to Die in the West was 2014.
Yeah.
It's the Seth MacFarlane movie.
Yep. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Yeah, we talked about that with the Westerns yesterday.
We said Red Dawn.
I Escape from New York. Oh my, the original, not what they made another one of those.
Oh, Pig, you didn't know that? That has like Sarah Silverman and everyone like that. Yeah, no, that movie is too new. Sarah Silverman didn't get her big break until within the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. I feel like
go put that in the Mixcast channel in Discord, Valley. That's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot.
Was it a whisper? I don't see this.
Yeah, it's a whisper.
Okay. Lethal Weapon was 87. Fried Green Tomatoes. Well, I'm glad we talked about this because holy extension of the show. Fried Green Tomatoes was 91. Why
my god, it's 10:30.
Why did Catbot remove Miss JG saying I loved fried green tomatoes? You should restore that because there's no way that Catbot should remove that. It's so funny.
That's what Valley sent me.
Oh my god. We'll run into so much nonsense with that topic.
I know, but it'll be so much fun.
That is a topic for like an entire show.
Yeah, probably so, but still, I love it.
All right, I might have to stop you guys with all of your naming of movies. We might have to do old movies part 3.
I think it's going to be part 4, but yeah, whatever. We're just not going to do it since many. Oh my god, they're still coming. Stop. Hang on to these.
No, we will do. So we'll try to narrow it down for next time. RoboCop. Oh my god. All right. We never did Code of the Day. Hey guys, if you want to win a $50 Xbox gift card, here's your chance to do that. All you have to do is type !Mixcast in the chat, and you'll get a link whispered to you. Do the social media stuff. You'll get a bunch of points to win a $50 code. And to get yourself some bonus codes every single episode, we do a secret code. That secret code is per episode. They're different every episode, so make sure you go back, watch or listen on iTunes, Acast, Podbean, or YouTube. They are always uploaded there. I actually have 2 to upload tomorrow because I didn't get the other one. But
it isn't even worth the damn to upload.
Well, the last one we weren't even sure Mixer was gonna record, and I still don't know if it did or not. But yeah, !Mixcast, do the social media stuff. And let's see. Oh, and the code for today is early release. Release.
I make all these I make the whole month's worth of codes at one time.
And it was just coincidence that
it was early release on a day we were talking about Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas literally got early release on Steam today. So super coincidence. I literally can't enter with Mixer at all. It says my another account is using my Mixer. I even unauthorized player.gg. If you contact the team, they'll fix it. They can master override anything. So, but yeah, they'll fix that for you. But yeah, for audio listeners, early release is with no spaces. Capitalization does not matter. If you go to player.gg/BigHungry2X/Mixcast December, you will get an opportunity to enter into the giveaway. Player does not have an E. It's playr.gg/BigHungry2X/Mixcast December. And there's only 9 days left until that ends for the $50 Xbox Live gift card. What about fax listeners, you're not getting this whole show faxed to you.
No.
You can watch or listen on any of the websites provided.
You're lucky we let you in here.
You're not on a fax machine. But yeah, good luck, everyone. You're not on an 8-track. Get out of here. You get out of here.
Oh my god, you guys are crazy.
Great Mixcast, y'all. I had a blast. Don't try to be too Southern Valley Girl. ScottyBot doesn't like being Southern. But yeah, today's Mixcast was super, super fun. You're on a beeper? Get out of here. Oh my god. That has to be a topic on its own. Old technological devices that you no longer use.
Oh my god, where's my sheet?
Old
that's going on there right now.
Did you forget to plug in your internet and it's just showing now, or did you just download the entire world at the same time?
What was that? Old tech?
Old tech you don't use anymore. But yeah, this was a fun episode. Thank you both. Spent the whole day with you. Fun. It was a great time. Thank you guys so much for chilling.
Yeah, this does not work without your input. As you see, the show it works so much better when you guys have some input and help us along.
Help us bring up new topics, stuff like that, like just naming random stuff like that. Especially if it has any sort of controversy or discussion, will keep us going like super long, and we'll go way over time on accident. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for showing up for Mixcast episode 22. Join up. We might have one tomorrow. If we don't have one tomorrow, we will have one Christmas Eve. We will have one hopefully Christmas Day. We will see. Yep. That one's tentative. Christmas Eve, absolutely. We will have one New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Those ones aren't like super, family based, but Christmas Day, is a family based holiday. So I want to make sure.
I don't think we should have maybe a mixed cast, but maybe just a hang out for an hour kind of.
Well, possibly.
Things.
I mean, yeah. the hour is the tough part because it's the family day, So yeah. That's the problem that I have is it's not the the discussion, it's the time spent. But yeah,
there's a lot of people streaming that day for that reason, Rogue.
Christmas Day Mixcast discussions, presents you didn't like this year.
Oh man,
I'm not doing that because my whole household hears Mixcast, and I can't say stuff like that.
Oh yes, you can.
Regifting.
Make a promise. Make a promise that you won't listen. They won't listen.
Oh, okay.
It'll work. I promise.
I liked all of my presents, and I had no problems with any of them.
and I won't be regifting them next year.
All right.
Don't forget, guys. Please, if you have a topic like Valley Girl had earlier, whispered me. Jump into the Discord.
Yes.
We have a Mixcast channel. Drop your ideas in there. The ideas tonight came from there. Some of them did. So
Discord. You can also follow Bad Frog on Twitter. He likes talking about Mixcast stuff on Twitter. You can follow him with the link in the chat. If you find him on Twitter, it is Bad Frog with 2 D's. You can follow me on Twitter if you would like. Muffin, you can do that one. It's Big Hungry 2X on Twitter. Also, just as a little plug, if anyone is going to Texas for PAX South, go look at my Twitter. You can win 1 of 5 PAX South tickets for free. PAX gave me 5 to give away. I would love one of you guys to win it. I really would. Because, maybe we can do a live at PAX South Mixcast, and we can convince Bad Frog to drive down.
Nope.
Not go to Texas?
No, I'm not from California. I am working on making sure I make East next year. Or not East, but West.
What happened to your internet? Did you unplug?
It's the getting on the plane, Valley Girl. I'm afraid that I might hurt somebody.
PAX East is 100%. But yeah.
No, not East Muffin. I said the wrong one. West. I'm going to be going to West next year somehow, some way.
You don't do planes?
Yeah, that's not going to help me too much, Twisted. I have a bottle of that already. So.
I made Muffin get on a plane. She did it. Yeah, it sucked. See? Gloomy had to deal with it.
I don't think you get the idea of anxiety attack in a small space with a lot of people.
Like Twilight Zone with the beast on the wing?
Yeah, exactly. Sweating, freaking out, talking about crazy things on the wing. You don't want that. I
was scared the first time, but I love plane. I love lamp.
Yeah, my wife can sedate me too with a hammer, but I don't want that. But we're going off the rails, so I'm going to leave it there.
You guys are awesome. I love all of you guys being here for Mixcast. We can talk about planes next time. Planes are a good topic.
So much fun.
Planes are a good topic. I'm sure Bad Frog will love it.
Oh yeah, I'll really love it. Thanks.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. We have lots of conversations to talk about. Check Discord after Mixcast. I will. You guys were awesome. Come back for episode 23, potentially tomorrow. It might be Monday. We will see. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for showing up. And that's all about I got for you. So, yeah. Bye, guys!
See ya!